What's going on, y'all? It's Conscious One coming at you, showing y'all. This is a shot of Citi Field, home of the New York Mets. Man, isn't she pretty, y'all? Look at this stadium. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. I might have to catch a baseball game before I leave here, guys. Just this my last hoorah in New York City. I'm in the last days. I'm in the last days period of being in New York City, y'all. So I really got to use my time wisely over the course of this next 7 weeks. You know, it's kind of interesting. YouTube knows everything you talk about because they're starting to send me stuff about Las Vegas to my YouTube channel, even though I don't search for things about Las Vegas on my YouTube channel. But they just looking at my text messages and looking at what I say. They advertising moving trucks on YouTube commercials. I just got rid of my YouTube Premium account, so I'll be seeing these commercials now. Y'all know how it is. Not all the videos you click on YouTube show you commercials, but you know, the ones you really want to listen to do. Let me see what's going on, y'all. Bear with me, y'all, because I'm just finna go to a spot and kick it for a while. Give me a second. Give me a second. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing good out there. I've been in YouTube jail for the last 2 weeks. That's why I haven't made any videos. Yeah, they got me for some video that I made talking about Donald Trump. Nothing bad. But, you know, they're going to cancel my channel sooner or later. So I'm just letting y'all know that right now I'm in the process of downloading all my videos to my laptop of memories that I have over the last 10 years of my life, because I know my channel is going to get canceled. They don't want guys like me on YouTube. I'm too real for YouTube. And that's gonna bring up another point. So, but I gotta, again, bear with me, y'all. I gotta wait till I park real quick. Town car still doing me good. It's an unbelievable machine. I got 291,000 miles on it, and I'm telling you, this thing, the way it's driving, I haven't even got a tune-up on this thing yet. The way this thing driving, I know it can go another 200,000 miles with just regular maintenance. I drove these cars in Vegas. It's kind of interesting too, because I was watching, y'all remember that movie, The Adjustment Bureau? Matt Damon. That must have been the movie where they decided to just, you know, that was like the last hoorah movie of showing beautiful Lincoln Town cars. So I think that movie came out in 2011. And I was seeing a lot of Lincoln Town cars in that movie. And 2011 was the last year of the Lincoln Town car. It's a hell of a car. I must say it's a hell of. I've driven a lot of cars from my chauffeur days, from my VIP chauffeur days in Las Vegas. I've driven all kind of Mercedes, Audis, driven all kind of cars. And I tell you, this Lincoln Town car is not as it's not as smooth as I had a Lexus LS430. It's not as smooth as the Lexus LS430. Or I should say refined, because it is smooth. It's not as refined as the Lexus LS430. But this thing is just as reliable as a Lexus. So I'm about to pull up at the spot real quick, y'all, because I'm going to talk to y'all about some random topics. And I choose random topics because I'm only interested in people hearing my videos that listen to my channel. Everybody else can kick rocks. I'm not on here for fame. I'm not on here to be an attention whore. I think a lot of people are struggling with that these days on YouTube. All right, so I'm at the spot. So let me all right, so I can talk to y'all what I really want to talk to y'all about. But yeah, I was telling y'all, you know, I've been in YouTube jail. Been in YouTube jail for the last 2 weeks, and I know they're gonna take my channel down shortly, because once again, they don't want guys like me on this channel. You know, that's what brings up my point. You know, I was watching a guy's channel. By the way, I love this guy's channel. If you listen to my channel, please understand, bro. I don't mean disrespect. I love your channel. You know, keep it going. But it's this brother's channel. I think it's called. Come on, man. Every time I run a video, I start forgetting. Oh, I exposed the MCs. EMCEE. EMCEE, the way Rakim spelled it in that song. I exposed MCs. See, he's been going off the last 2 months a lot about Rashad Jamal, this heathen clone of a black dude that's been got everybody following him, got all the women following him, and I could tell it's pissing this dude off, because he find people be trying to chin check him on his videos, but everybody's following Rashad Jamal, and he's the one who's being fake. He's the one who's being corny. He's the one lying about being from Chicago and all this type of stuff when I'm from Chicago, but he has all the people following him, and that's what we're dealing with right now. Is that the people who have the biggest channels are gonna have the most followers. There's nothing you can do about that. But I told the brother, I say, just remember, Rashad Jamal, he's supposed to be there. It's no use keep talking about him every 5-6 videos you come out with, saying, how you sick of people following this cat and he's trying to expose him. You can't keep doing that because you're starting to look like you chasing clout. You're starting to look suspect. If you about your business and you about being real and you want to keep your channel about, keeping it real, okay, is it about keeping it real or is it about getting views? You can't serve two masters, because YouTube is on a witch hunt to get rid of all the real dudes. You understand? And they putting in all these clone or these fake black dudes, and these are dudes that have all the women following them and all, but they clones too. I've been looking up some gematria. It was funny because I typed in Elijah Muhammad's name and gematria, and the word Star Wars came up. And this is what Bobby Hemmett was talking about. When Elijah Muhammad died, they started cloning a lot of black people after the messenger left. So right now we have a lot of clones walking around, and it's very frustrating to be a chosen one at this time, because you're very isolated, and then you try to reach out through social media. You're not. Listen, I got videos 3,000 views. I got 2 videos, 3,000 views, talking about, purple Tesla plate. I'm the reason why Amazon sold out of the Tesla purple plates, y'all. Little old me with my channel. Yes, I have videos with 5,000 views, 3,000 views, 7,000 views, but I never stayed on that path. See, like I said in the past, YouTube wanted to make me into something YouTube wanted to make me into. But I'm a real dude. I talk about what I want to talk about. That's why this video is titled Random Topics. I'm not trying to bring people to my channel. I know most people, these people clones. 2/3 of Israel will be destroyed. Most of the black folks you see walking around gonna be they're not gonna be saved. They're gonna be destroyed. 2/3 of them. So when you have a guy like Rashad Jamal being fake, and you have all these Negroes following him and all the women following him, and you're a real dude. It's hard being a real dude these days, because you're gonna be isolated. They're gonna make sure you isolated. And if you meet a woman, they're going to make sure to turn that woman against you somehow, like it happened to me in the past. I could tell y'all plenty of stories about how they turned women against me, black women against me. I was dating this chick in Las Vegas, and because the black woman does not want to submit is the reason they were able to turn them against me. I was dating this chick in Las Vegas. She had a son. It wasn't mine. I still liked her. I dated a single mother. And, I gave her money. We had a great time. I dated her for 3 years. I even thought we was going to, take it up a notch. She used to bring her son around me, all this type of stuff. And I'm not going to turn this into a black woman, American woman rant, because, again, there are black women all over the world. It's just a particular one in America that seems to have this submitting issues, because they've been trained to run it, to be against demand. They've been trained against us. You see, but yeah, I was dating a black woman in Vegas for 3 years. I really thought we was going to go somewhere. She had a son, and all they had to do is, it's just like the movie Adjustment Bureau. You remember when he was supposed to be with that girl? All these dudes had to do was change a few things in the script to try to get them separated, but it didn't work. Well, let's just say it did work with me because they would make this black woman lose. They made her lose her job, and then next thing you know, when we was gonna take it up another notch. She loses her job, and even though I had enough money to take care of her and her son, didn't matter because the black woman in America would not submit. She would not submit. That's their problem. But then again, it could be also that I'm being protected. That's another side of it too. I don't think that the Adjustment Bureau is just doing this stuff to me to, uh, you know, upset me or take women away from me. It's also to protect me. I believe that I'm supposed to be isolated. It's a good thing I grew up by myself because I've grown to like it. It's the only way to find peace. And I see too many of these females these days dating these sissy boys, dating these soft men because because they let them run a household. They let them they obey their every whim. So you find all these females getting with these soft dudes because they can control them. You see what I'm saying? See, that's not gonna happen with me, and that's why I'm single to this day. I'm not gonna let. But when I went to Cambodia, it was cool. Like the women was gonna submit. You know why? Because there wasn't no welfare system. They had to depend on the man. But it's gonna be the same thing with the women here. At least the ones that's not cloned. If they got with one of these sissy boys out here, and things start getting rough, oh, they gonna be looking at the guys like me that's prepared. They gonna be looking at guys that they should have married then. It's gonna backfire on them. Most of the things women do in this country backfires on them. They don't. Most of these guys that these women are with, they don't really even want to be with that guy. They just with that guy because they can control him. Meanwhile, they're looking at me. They're looking at how I'm preparing. They're looking at the steps I'm taking to improve my countenance and my manhood, my life. You see what I'm saying? They ain't worried about Henry. They already got Henry under control. They ain't worried about him. He's just there to be used for his resources. I'm sad to say, but that's the way it is to me. That's the way it appears to me. But getting back to this Rashad Jamal situation, you have a character like this that can lie to the people and do all kind of spells on a blind, deaf, and dumb Negro, and you see all these people following him. So I just sent a message to I expose MCs like, yo, man, don't forget, he's deceiving the people because he's supposed to deceive the people. Let the dead lie with the dead. Like, stop trying to save people who ain't supposed to be saved. That's one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn in my life. Stop trying to save people who ain't supposed to be saved. Let the dead lie with the dead. They go in that direction because they supposed to go in that direction. And unless you want to go down that road with them, you know how the Bible say, don't argue with a fool unless you want to be considered one yourself. And so, like I said, I love the dude's channel, but I have to warn, like, man, you making too many videos about Rashad Jamal, man. You starting to seem suspect yourself. And the thing is with me is that, humility, for those who know me, and they know especially ones who know me in person, they know that I have a lot of humility about me. It's almost childlike. A lot of guys spend too much time trying to protect their ego. It's really easy to call them out on it too, because you can just see that's what they're doing. Me, I've never really had a problem with humility. I think that's because I grew up a chubby kid, and at the age of 14, I just all of a sudden I never forget when I came back my sophomore year in high school. People didn't even recognize me. My parents thought I was on drugs, going crazy. I had lost all this weight. People talking about that I have AIDS. AIDS was going on, still going on back then. That program. But I had lost a lot of weight from the age of 14 to 15. I turned from the chubby kid everybody made fun of to dude who dunking basketballs in your face by the age 16. It was a big transformation that I went through. That's why I call myself Mumra, because I have gone through a lot of transformations. I'm a transformer. I'm like a dude of 1,000. I got a lot of different faces. People still think I'm strange to this day. You know what I mean? But you know, I got that weird DNA. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah. So we got a lot of it's very frustrating. You love your people. I still love black women, but I understand what Bobby Hemmett was saying too. There's only a small remnant left of real black people left. There's not many left of us, or chosen ones left. There's not that many. It's only a small few of us left, and we are spread out across the world. It's a lot of us, but you could take a whole lump of salt right, and throw it all over the ground, even though it's a lot of particles, a lot of grains of salt in your hand, you toss it all out on the concrete, you won't be able to really find it or see it that much, but they're everywhere. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of grain. Again, you pick up a handful of salt and you throw it on the ground. You can't see it, but it's there. So that's how we need to, approach this thing. We out here. We out here. But we can't get too caught up with this social media thing too. And another thing I want to talk about is trauma bonding. One thing I've noticed about my life is a lot of relationships that I've had with people in the past, whether they've been relationships with women or friendships with guys or girls, a lot of it has been trauma bonding. A lot of relationships that the chosen ones get into, whether they be relationships or friendships, it's a lot of trauma bonding. You see what I'm saying? And as you get away from that whole trauma bonding thing, meaning that the only reason that you even friends or in a relationship with this woman is because, or the woman with the man is because y'all trauma bonding. You see what I'm saying? But if one starts to rise to the point they trying to, I'm trying to wake up, I'm trying to be in a good mood, y'all. Listen, we're in a great tribulation right now. It started March 2021. Okay? I'll talk about that later, but I'm happy. 2024, we finna get up out of here, y'all. Listen, y'all need to be, man, if y'all chosen ones, y'all need to be happy. This ain't no time to be talking like no victim. If y'all really are chosen ones, I'm telling y'all should be exceedingly glad right now. And the Bible tells you that. You should be really glad that you're being gang stalked. You should be really glad that you keep attracting all these narcissists to your life. You should be really happy, because I'm telling y'all, we is about to get up out of here very shortly. I'll talk about that later. But yeah, so as you start to rise in vibration, you're gonna notice that the people that you're trauma bonding with, they're not gonna be talking to you that much. Because they was only with you because you was trauma bonding with them. You see, it's very difficult too, because you want to take people with you, and I'm talking about your consciousness. But if they only want to talk about problems with you all the time, then all they're doing is trauma bond. You never had a friendship with that person to begin with. It was just trauma bonding. You see what I'm saying? And I see a lot of people going through that. And a lot of times, misery loves company. And a lot of people out here are miserable. And sometimes you try to pretend to be miserable at your job or whatever, just so you can get along with so and so. But as soon as you start being happy, you gotta be so low. You gotta be so low. Okay, when you starting to rise up, you gotta be alone. That's just how it gotta be. But for y'all who hear my channel and on my frequency, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. When you start to really, become content with life and stuff like that, you're gonna be alone. It's something you're not gonna be able to share with people, anybody but yourself. So as you get away from all these trauma bonding relationships, I'm telling y'all, I mean, hey, at least I'm here talking about it, right? So you're not alone. But yeah, we finna get up out of here, y'all. I'm trying to think if there's anything I want to talk about. Just gonna make this a random talk. But yeah, I'm about to leave back to Vegas, y'all, the place I lived for 8 years. I'm very excited about it. I've recently canceled my social media. I've canceled Facebook, deactivated that. Deactivated Messenger, deactivated WhatsApp. And then I know I'm about to get booted off YouTube soon for something. So I'm cleaning house right now, y'all. And it feels good to be cleaning house. And again, going back to I Exposed the MC's channel, I felt bad for the bro. Like, he keeps talking. He's like, why is all these people following this Rashad Jamal? Man, you got most people are followers. I talked about this in the video. I got people who listen to my videos that know me, that don't even talk to me on that level. They just watch my videos, hoping that they can find me in a place miserable, to be with them, to be miserable with them in their lives. These people don't even talk to me, y'all. Okay, they just watch my videos on the low and think that I don't know that they're watching my videos. But most people are miserable out here, and they want you to be miserable with them. You see what I'm saying? They just waiting for me to talk about some misery. If I start talking about miserable, my view count will go up, y'all. If I start talking like with low vibration and I'm sad, next thing you know, all these women be hitting me up on my channel, because women love that. That's why I told you they get these sensitive men. They love that little emotional man that can be with their emotions and stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? So if I start getting all emotional and in my feelings on YouTube, I have more women commenting on my channel. It sucks, but that's just the way it is. You know, misery loves company. Misery loves company. But yeah, I didn't say it was just about what I say. But yeah, let the dead lie with the dead. There are a lot of deceivers on YouTube. Yeah, there are a lot of people calling themselves chosen ones. Like I said, you got the Bonquishas calling themselves chosen ones now. You got the clones. Another thing I was saying about Elijah Muhammad in Star Wars, seeing it in Gematria. Again, Bobby Hemming had brought up the cloning situation that had went down. And a lot of these people are clones out here. So you're going to have them following. It's Clone Wars. And so you're going to have a clone out here on YouTube, and then you're going to have other clones following them. And this is just the Lord's way of getting rid of 2/3 of the people who fake anyway. So there's no need for this guy to be sent, like, please, you know, he's like, why is everybody following Rashad Jamal? And I have to remind him, like, look, dude, don't don't go down that route, because all people going to do is then they're going to say you a hater. And that's just gonna make your energy more low frequency. So a lot of guys, that's the problem with a lot of guys. Like, again, with the humility. Humility is something that a lot of men seem to have problems with. They want to pretend that they know everything. They always protecting their ego. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes you just got to be humble and take a step back. YouTube is, if you depended on YouTube to try to, you know, get the truth out, and you really got to start to question your integrity when you depending on social media to get clout. You know what I'm saying? Because then you start to look suspect. You see what I'm saying? That's why I named this Random Topics. I don't want people looking at my channel. I don't want to name my channel Chosen One. I don't give a shit about people you know, oh, Chosen One. I'm not trying to give clickbait. I'm only talking about the stuff on my video that people who listen to me know that I talk about. That's how I keep it real, and that's how y'all can resonate with my realness. You know what I'm saying? This is going to be another video entitled, you know, Random Topics. So I hope y'all doing well out there. I'm about to get back to work. Talk to y'all later. Peace.